Hey, what's going on everybody? DBougie86 here again, and this is my DVD Blu-ray update for the month of May. Yep, May is over. It was a very long month and a very interesting month, I had to say. A lot of interesting things happened during the month of May. For starters, it was the month of my birth. I turned 30, and I read a lot of cool stuff that I didn't really grab any like new releases and stuff here and there, maybe like one or two. Most of the stuff I did grab was the stuff that I wanted, pretty much. Now, with that being said, let's just get right into it with the DVDs. And we're gonna start out with the Blue Underground titles that I picked up. First up, there was an announcement earlier on Blue Underground's Facebook page, and these two are going out of print real soon. And that is The Loveless, which is a Catherine Bigelow film starring Willem Dafoe. It's kind of like, it looks like a kind of like a biker film from like the 50s. I actually haven't watched this one yet. It's been on the list. I've just been watching a lot of horror stuff lately. Kind of interested in checking this one out though. Awesome stuff. And this one I did a trade for with my buddy Jeremy, NES Ruler 22. I gave him a few things. I actually did a few trades with Jeremy this month. You'll see a few more stuff that he got me during the update. And this one is Alan Clark film, and that's Made in Britain with Tim Roth, which is actually Tim Roth's first, it's his film debut, where he plays like a young teenage skinhead. I actually haven't watched this one yet either. Very interested in this film though, because I did see Alan Clark's Scum, and I want to see a lot more of his work. So yeah, Made in Britain right there. That's also going out of print. This one I grabbed because I saw this in my buddy Mood 616's last month's update. And I was like, this movie looks sleazy, and I do kind of like my women's prison sleaze films. This one I actually never heard of, and it's Amazon Jail. It's just pretty much like a girl with her, I'm covering her buttocks actually right now. Yeah. Yeah, this looks kind of sleazy. Can't wait to check this one out. This is from the director of Bear Behind Bars, Oswaldo de Oliveira. Yeah, I can't wait to check that one out. This one I have watched, and that is a giallo known as Autopsy. Really, really interesting flick, I have to say, with Mimsy Farmer. And then it has a really intense score by Ennio Morricone, who every like new giallo I picked up, I'm just surprised that he did so many of these giallo films from this era. Yeah, this is a really interesting giallo film. I highly recommend Autopsy if you haven't checked it out yet. Really cool film. This one is a Western, and it's directed by acclaimed director Sergio Martino, who I am actually a big fan of his directing stuff. And that is Manyaja, the Man with the Blade. I believe I pronounced that first word right. I probably didn't, but see right there. Yep. Sergio Martino. The movies. Awesome. If you're a fan of Westerns, highly recommend that one. Next up is another giallo. This one I actually have seen before. Just needed a copy of it. Been holding back on it, and I said, finally, why not? And that is The Case of the Bloody Iris with Edwidge Fenech. And who directed this one? Gianno Carnemio. I probably butchered the hell out of this. I'll just use his pseudonym Anthony Ascott. Way better. Yeah. Really good Giallo. This is a classic if you are a fan of Gialli. Case of the Bloody Iris is a must own. And the rest of the Blue Underground DVDs, anyways, I think I have Blue Underground Blu-ray this month also. And that is Jess Franco's Succubus. I found this really, really cheap on bullmoose.com one day. I said, why not? I'm interested in Jess Franco's work enough that I actually haven't watched this one yet. It looks very weird and bizarre for a film and sleazy from this back cover. And with the title Succubus, you know what's that probably leads to the film. I want to check this one out. I've just been on the back burner catching up on other films. Definitely gonna check this one out though when it comes the time. Succubus. That is it for the Blue Underground DVDs. Now let's get into my other DVDs I picked up this month. First up, so stoked when I saw this came in the mail, because I actually kind of forgot about it when I actually did the Indiegogo campaign. And I gotta say, I was very happy with what I got. I got an autograph edition of the new American Guinea Pig film Bloodshock on DVD. And it's autographed by the cast and crew, like the director Marcus Cook. Stephen Barrow, I believe, also was one of the autographs. Really cool edition. I have watched this film. I plan on doing a review on it in the future. I'm just waiting for the right time and moment. But I'll give you a spoiler. I actually really enjoyed this film. I want to get into it and have a conversation about it with somebody. So you might be seeing a dual review again, which I haven't done in a while, soon. So look out for that when I review Bloodshock. And this one I have heard of. I know a few of my buddies actually reviewed it. I kind of was interested in it from the cover. I didn't listen to their reviews just because I wanted to kind of check this one out for myself. It's a found footage film. And that is Hangman. I'm actually going to give this a watch later on today. It has Jeremy Sisto in it. Really interested in this one. If you have seen this, let me know what you thought of it. Hangman. Next up, this was a fucking... I know they have that new Final Cut Blu-ray, but I kind of wanted to grab, like, I remember seeing this edition all the time in the stores when I was a kid. Not knowing really what the film was, because I haven't seen it at that point. And I saw this on Bull Moose one day, and I'm like, yeah, I had to get this edition. I will probably end up picking up that Blu-ray at one point or another. But this is a really nice edition to have of this film also. And that's the 2-disc set of The Wicker Man from Anchor Bay, this old school Anchor Bay right there. Comes with both, what is that cut called? The original theatrical cut and the extended cut, which is 11 minutes longer. Really cool film with Edward Woodward and Christopher Lee. If you haven't seen The Wicker Man OG, not the Nicolas Cage remake, check it out. Next up, really, really love the artwork on this release from Umbrella. And it's a film from Chuck Norris's library of films that I actually haven't heard of until they actually released it. And that is Slaughter in San Francisco. Really cool thing, this is like from the late 70s, this film. And this film, he actually plays the villain in the film, like he did in Return of the Dragon, I believe the name of the film is. The Bruce Lee one where he fights him in the Coliseum. So I'm super stoked to check this one out finally. Love me some Chuck Norris. And that cover art is awesome with him on the cover with smoking the cigar. awesome shit right there. I really enjoy Umbrella's work. We'll be seeing a few more. I think one more of them in this update. Next up is Altered. Got this at Bull Moose. See right there, sticker. Good condition. The case came in the disc, non-scratched, like I usually get from Bull Moose. Nothing. Good prices for their used stuff, and it comes in pristine shape, which I love that company for. Really good stuff here with Altered, Eduardo Sanchez film. I actually watched some of this. I want to really finish it though. I actually have it in the player now, so I wanted to finish it after this update. So that's going to be finished. This film I have watched, and I gotta say, it's fucking awesome. Das Computer Duell. This is a German splatter film that was actually banned in Germany. And it's fucking gory as all hell. There's one fucking funny scene in this film, which I don't want to really spoil if you're interested in like this kind of stuff and you haven't seen this yet. But it's worth owning if you're a fan of like German splatter films or gore in general. Awesome stuff right here. Das Computer Duell. Just rolls off your tongue, that title. Next up is a film that my buddy Matt reviewed on his own channel. He was like telling me about it on the group chat there, and I was like, I gotta check this one out. And so I ordered it from Morbid Vision Films, and that's the newest Brian Paulin film, who directed Bone Sickness, and that is Cryptoplasm. Watch this. Highly enjoy this film. I plan on doing maybe a full-length review on my channel for it, just to spread the word of it. But I'll give you a hint. I loved it. So check out Cryptoplasm. I'll be doing a full-length review to give you my full thoughts and what the film was really about. So check that out. This one I actually picked this up with Hangman. This is a title that I was always interested in and shit, and I wanted to really not really want to spend too much money on it, so I got it during one of those Go Hastings sales, and that's Trollek Wis, which is from Mark Jones, who is the writer and director of Leprechaun, the OG Leprechaun. I also believe he wrote and directed Rumpelstiltskin. Really cool stuff right here. I really can't wait to check this one out. I love my Killer Doll films. That's what I think it is, but we'll see when I pop it in. Looks cool. Oh yes, there was another umbrella on this. I forgot I picked this up. And that, now the Scorpion DVD of this, of course, is out of print. Goes for retarded money, especially on I think it's actually sold out on the Code Red Cartel site right now. But you never know with that, because they could always just pop back up. That's how that cartel site is. So I decided when I was on a website one day, I'm like, ooh, really? They released it? Cool beans. I picked up the Umbrella Entertainment. It's an Aussie company, by the way. Release a Body Melt. Fucking awesome film from the early 90s. Really love the effects in it. If you're a fan of like melt movies and shit and effects, def check out fucking Body Melt. Such a weird, bizarre film that is. And since I mentioned Code Red, of course, I picked one up. Got this on Diabolic though, and that is the William Fruit film Spasms. I actually still gotta watch Spasms. Very, really interested in this one. It has Peter Fonda and Oliver Reed in it, who I actually am a huge fan of Oliver Reed. And really, really bizarre from like the synopsis of this one. It's like about a snake god. Yeah, I can't wait to check that fucking weird movie. And another DVD I picked up is The Black Pit of Dr. M. I was really interested in like these, I believe this is a Mexican film. Don't hold me to that. These Casanega Presents collections. Yeah, it even says Mexican on the. I should have read it before I even said it. But yeah, can't wait to check this bad Larry out. Looks cool as hell. And that was released by Panic House. And now for the last of the DVDs is a few other things I traded with Jeremy NES Ruler 22. The first is Used Cars, which is Kurt Russell, Robert Zemeckis comedy. It's actually really funny and really smart written for a comedy. I know Twilight Times released this on Blu-ray, which I'm fine with the DVD for now. But really fun stuff right here if you're a fan of Kurt Russell. And Jack Warden is fucking awesome in it. Actually, really cool stuff. Used Cars. Next up is a Dark Sky Films release of Paradiso, which is a Spanish film, I believe. I actually haven't watched this one yet. I heard a lot of mixed things about it. So I'll make my own judgment though on it. It looks interesting from the back cover. Who knows? Another thing he grabbed me is What We Do in the Shadows, which is a really fun film. This is actually one of my favorite films from last year. Highly recommend What We Do in the Shadows. Awesome stuff right there. Next he grabbed me a Western by Burt Boddicker, and that is 7 Men from Now. Stars Randolph Scott and Lee Marvin. I actually haven't watched this yet, but I've been really interested in some Burt Boddicker films lately, so I'll be checking this one out real soon. Looks like I'm actually a big Lee Marvin fan too. And the last thing Jeremy grabbed me in the last of the DVDs is the first season of How Gun Will Travel with Richard Boone. Really big fan of Richard Boone and his horror films and his westerns that he did. And I actually haven't watched this series, so I'm actually really interested in checking this one out. Looks cool as all hell. Gonna check that one out. Now let's get into some Blu-rays, what y'all have been waiting for, all those DVDs. First up, awesome release by Mondo Macabre right here, and that is of Symptoms. This is a lost film from the 70s that them and BFI worked together on this release and restored in all its glory. This is the Red Case limited edition. Really well done film with Angela Pleasant's performance in it. I gotta rewatch this one to have my full thoughts on it, but really enjoyed it for the first time. Symptoms, awesome release right there. You gotta dig into those features too. Next up, I grabbed it. If you don't know Turi, DOTD 1986, he actually had an extra copy of this, and I've been wanting to grab this film for a while, so I threw him a few bucks for it, and that is Manos, The Hands of Faith, the Synapse release. Turi's a cool guy. I'm going to leave the link to his channel below. Sub him, give him some love. Thanks for this, buddy. Next up is another film I actually haven't seen yet. I'm actually saving this for something special coming down the line, and that is Grotesque. I heard a lot of interesting things about this film, to say the least. And yeah, I actually kind of paid a little more than I would want for this release, because it is kind of out of print. But at least I own it now, so I'm happy. Next up is another Synapse Blu-ray I picked up on my own, and Thou Shall Not Kill Except, which has Sam Raimi in it. Can't wait to check this one out. I have to really watch some of these. This one I have seen before. This is just like an upgrade / purchase, because I actually didn't own a copy of it, shockingly. I think I do have an old DVD copy, it's just somewhere up there on the shelves. And that is of Slither. This is the Umbrella Entertainment release. Really love Slither. It's a shame that it doesn't have a fucking US Blue here in the States, but the transfer on this is really, really good. If you have a region free player, because it is region B locked, grab the Umbrella edition of Slither. Awesome shit right here. Another one is I actually finally picked this up because my buddy Zach, movie guy 666, was like, "You don't own that yet? You gotta fucking grab that out of your collection. It's weak, son." And that's John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13. This is actually an upgrade. I do own this on DVD, but he told me that the PQ on this is awesome. So I take Zach's word on shit like that. So Assault on Precinct 13, finally picked that battle area. Picked up Force 5, the Blu-ray from Scorpion Limited, Screen Archives edition. Awesome film, kung fu film with Joe Louis in it, and fucking from Robert Klaus, director of Enter the Dragon. Awesome shit right here. If you're a fan of your kung fu films, you gotta grab this one. Awesome shit. Another Scorpion release that I grabbed is Shorter Eyes, which I actually haven't had a chance to watch yet. I'm really interested in this film because it has a young Bruce Davidson in it. And Curtis Mayfield actually does the score and soundtrack and stars in the film. Kind of like a prison film from the synopsis. Gotta check this one out real soon. Looks up my alley. I really want to check that one out now after looking at the cover again. This one I reviewed on Body Bags, and that's Emily. Really, really interesting film. You want to know my full thoughts? Check out that review on Body Bags. Great film. This one I grabbed is a Blue Underground Blue, and that is The Nestin'. Really interesting film, I have to say the least. I plan on doing this on It Came in the 80s, which is coming back. I know I've just been busy at work the last 2 weeks. So, look out for that review. Another one you'll be seeing on that series soon is Sorority House Massacre. Finally grabbed the Scorpion, found it on Diabolic. I was like, ooh. I had to grab it. That's the last piece of my those old limited Scorpions that I didn't own. And 3 that I traded with Jeremy. That's Exploitation. Really fun documentary directed by Frank Henenlotter. Really enjoy this. Fucking Frank Henenlotter is such an interesting character and a really well-versed film historian. And it shows like his documentaries on Herschel Gordon Lewis and this one. Hope he does more work because I'm actually a really big Henenlotter fan. Awesome release from Severin. Check it out. Another one that I heard a lot of things about. I actually haven't watched this one yet. And that is Scram by Jörg Bergerite. Very interesting, that one. And the other one he grabbed me was Cheech and Chong's Hey Watch This, which is a live performance of Cheech and Chong for the first time when they got back together. Really cool release on Blu-ray. I remember watching that when it first aired. Really funny shit. And last 3 are Arrows. The only Arrow I didn't grab this month was Hired to Kill. I wanted to kind of wait till like the next Arrow sale if it's on it. If it's not, and if I see it in the store, maybe I will pick it up. It's not a film I was rushing to grab. First up is the re-release of that 4K scan blue of Dario Argento's Deep Red, which is actually my favorite Argento film. I didn't grab that special edition blue of it because it was just the timing was not settled with me because it was during Christmas time and shit. So I did grab this one when it was first announced. Really good transfer on this film. Really good shit. Lots of good special features. I own multiple editions of Deep Red. It's crazy. Awesome shit right here. Love me some Deep Red. This one I actually haven't watched, but I'm hearing a lot of mixed things about this release. And that is Bloodbath. The original, like the actual film Bloodbath, of course, directed by Jack Hill. But this actually has 4 films, which I don't know what the whole story is, but I'm actually curious because I heard the special features do the, fucking explain it. So I will check this release out. Really cool stuff. I actually am a fan of Jack Hill's work. And the last thing for the update, of course, is the Killer Dames box set from Arrow. I was so stoked when this came in yesterday, so I was able to show it in this month's update. Fucking sexy edition with the night Evelyn came out of the grave and the Red Queen killed 7 times, which I heard was actually a really, really interesting and fantastic giallo. I can't wait to check these out. Awesomeness right here. I really love this fucking box set already. Now I haven't even seen the films yet, so I can't wait to fucking check these out finally. Awesome sauce here from Arrow, killing it with their giallo releases. Wicked awesome. Alright guys, that's all I grabbed for this month. Like I said, it was mostly stuff that I've been meaning to grab and shit, and trades and shit. Some extra shit from trades. I hope you enjoyed it, and like, subscribe, and comment as always. And as always, well, actually, you'll see me actually later on today again, because reason why I did this update right now is because I actually have an unboxing to do later. So look out for that. So I'll see you then. Peace out.